Oh, they are not planning on dodging. It is how it is. We have the red Elven player Ghostboy against the orange Elven player Maru at the bottom side. Maru is not picking the right color. He is supposed to pick actually blue, but it's okay. We can fix that for the upcoming game. So it's like Kappa Pride isn't happy about this matchup. Just like I'm assuming half of you guys in the chat aren't happy as well, but sometimes you will have to deal with mirror matches. We have not seen, many factions today yet. We have not seen dwarves one single time. To be honest, we have not seen dwarves for a really long time. Maru is a very strong player. He was actually, very recently, like a couple of weeks ago, he was the most active 1v1 player by far. He was playing literally 10 hours a day. Like, it's like he was doing it almost for living, without getting paid for it, obviously. But he was playing like 8-9 hours a day, 1v1s in Rise of the Witch King, so he has gathered a lot of experience in this one. 2 Malone 3s, 3 Malone 3s, barracks. On the other side, we see 2 Malone 3s, barracks into the 3rd Malone 3. And the opening is going to be Florian Warriors for Ghostboy and Pikeman for Maru. Maru is going for like the more like a meta style, which is creeping. Creeping is just too rewarding for the fact that it's so easy to get additional money. You can creep quite fast with the pikeman. You will get level 2, like all the good stuff. The Goblin is in the middle. Look at them, boys, looking for some sneaky little hobbitses with the whole ground stance. You want to get more armor, do not get one-shotted. I like the stats a lot. You see, it gives you the information, I think more information wouldn't hurt. For example, the recruit time of these units. I know it's a lot of work to edit, like level 1, level 2, level 3. I know it's a lot of work, but then you already know as a player, for example, if you know the rallying call cooldown and how long the duration is when you use it, but a little bit more information could be great. But I know it's for 7 factions, for every unit, that's gonna take some time. Pikemen, they are moving actually to the troll layer with the help of the builder, and in the meantime, the Malone tree is gonna be given up to the Lothian warriors. There is no defense, archers are gonna join the battlefield now, but Ghostboy has legit the chance to use the rallying call and go inside the giants. He's creeping also at the same time, but keep in mind that creeping a troll layer is more rewarding than creeping a work layer, because not only he will get more money off that, but also he will get the chance to capture the inn to recruit additional swordmen, the Rohan peasants. Archers, they won't be able to defend this in time, and that's like a great push in my book. He was able to take down 2 Malone trees while his eco is untouched. That's very good start, and that's gonna slow down the Maru a little bit because he needs to now invest money into rebuilding them. If he wouldn't lose it, oh, look how much money he got from it. That's crazy. But they get the same experience. So the experience, oh, actually he was getting a little bit more. You see this? A little bit. Like, it's not to mention, like maybe 5% more experience, but that's it. Inn will be captured now. The Lothian warriors are also getting in safety. They are level 2, that's good. They will be recovering slowly but surely over time. The barracks number 2 is coming up now. So it's an infantry spam playstyle from Maru and from Ghostboy, and not stable. I personally like this stable much more because you are much more mobile, and it will force your opponent to, recruit more and more pikemen, which is good because you can kill them later on with Lothian warriors or Lothian archers. And not going for the cavalry means for Maru that he doesn't really need a lot of pikemen. He needs like 1 battalion and he can spam archers all the time, Hey, D-Mac is in the business. Who win between Andy and Ave? Ave was able to win 4-0, Gulliver. And unfortunately, we need to say goodbye to Andy Brandy, but he was still going really far, in this tournament. And again, reaching the top 10 is already rewarding. So all you gotta do in order to win a cash prize, you need to reach the top 10. And I think I need to check it, but I think Andy Brandy is already in the top 10, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so he's going for a counterattack. Lothian warriors, archers, and 1 pikeman. The peasants are going to war. They have like no weapons, they're like they are like using their walking sticks, the grandmothers and grandfathers of Middle-earth. Look, this old guy, but he's brave. The Malone tree is gonna be also taken down here. I don't think the Lothian warriors can defend this before it's going down. The Malone tree from Ghostboy is also going down, and that's a lot of army at the same point for Maru. I don't know if this is actually a good thing. I mean, the thing is, the positioning is bad for Maru. Why? Because if he's fighting here, what will eventually happen is that Ghostboy is gonna get more and more units on the field. right? And taking down the barracks early on is a little bit hard, right? With that being said, oh, maybe actually, never mind. Dude, I take it back. It's very hard to see the difference when you don't focus on the minimap. That's a good situation. I take it back. It's actually a very good situation for Maru, because the second they will enter the battlefield now, the archers are gonna take care of them. What a great move. The barracks is going down. Every unit, the second they enter the battlefield, are going down. A dream situation. We've also now Haldir on the field. The Malone tree is going down. The additional peasants, though, for 150, they are being spammed at this point. And Ghostboy has to build another barracks. Yeah, he has to build maybe even a stable. He's also building now expansion. Haldir is creeping at the same time. 5 power points for Ghostboy, 400 command points available, but he has barely any units around. And he lost a lot of momentum. Recruiting more units at this point is just a mistake. He will lose them. He will lose them, boys. The second they enter the battlefield, they're gonna be gone. On the other side, we have 5 power points after heal and rallying call for Maru. So Maru is definitely ahead in both command points and power points department. And would you look at that? The spam of peasants. Their recruit time doesn't feel the fastest, but it's also not too bad. They can get recruited, or the builder will be getting sniped the second he's done with the wall up. Run, builder, run! Run! Oh, Ghostboy is not paying attention. He's gonna be, look, Lord of the Rings and the 2 wall hubs. Oh my goodness. Ghostboy is falling apart, boys. This is literally so annoying to deal with, right? When there is like an army of archers and pikemen waiting in front of the gate of your barracks, what can men do against such a reckless hate? It's so annoying. In the meantime, Haldir can creep, defend, get levels, get experience, get more power points for Maru. Maru is definitely super ahead in this game. The Malone tree is going to be taken down as well. Rallying call is being used. And yeah. And yeah. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. What can you do against that, though? I mean, that's the question. When this happens, when your opponent reaches that point, you know, comes in front of your barracks, both of them at the same time, and shoots down everything the second they enter the field. What can you do against that? I think it's a very tilting situation, not gonna lie. You know, it's a very tilting situation. Look at this. Now even Haldir is here, shooting at them, and he's gonna call it, he's forced to call it GG. There is little to nothing he can do about the situation. Maru playing the Mordor faction at the top side, and Ghostboy is playing the Red Goblin faction at the bottom side. Fatty Guy Gaming, yo, thanks for the follow, appreciate it, Fatty Guy. I mean, I also got a Fatty Guy, to be honest with you, during the pandemic situation in the world. From 70 kilogram, I went up to 85. Dude, I have like a Smeagol inside my stomach, I'm telling you. All you want is re, but yeah, now you cannot re anymore. You have 2 tunnels into the Goblin Cave, and Mordor is building 2 Mordor slaughterhouses into the Orc Pit. That's the build order from both the players, so 2 resource building and 1 production building. So Goblins are faster, which makes the matchup in this map not bad for Goblins. Normally Goblins struggle a lot against Mordor, especially on smaller maps, because there the movement speed differential doesn't really matter too much. But on a map like this, especially with tunnel connections, networking system, you can actually teleport from one location to the other location in a few seconds, which can lead Goblins to a very snowbally situation in which they can win the game maybe with like 3 pushes. But if Mordor can successfully defend himself over and over again, it's going to turn into a nightmare. Ready? Thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Hope you can enjoy your stay. Thank you and welcome. Okay, so we have tunnel. The builder, we gotta keep an eye on the builder. Maybe on a map like this, you might even try to play with like 3 builders, you know what I'm saying? Then you can send 1 to the bottom, 1 to the top, and 1 through the middle. Like, this is a giant map. Look at this, you know? When you are here, look at this difference between this location and this location. It's a long distance, but not for the Goblins. They can use the tunnel here, and boom, they're here. Boom, they're here. Boom, they're back to defend. Boom, they're here to defend. Like, this is so good for Goblins, this map. It's a huge map. The bigger the map is, the better it is. Orcs. Double orc pit, double chocolate pool. Because look at this, boys. They're like taking showers, you know what I'm saying? Look at this. Ooh, delicious. That's how Nutella is made. So keep that in mind. If you are tomorrow waking up in the morning and going for the breakfast, and your mother, your wife, your girlfriend is putting Nutella on your bread, hey, then you know what's up. You know what I'm saying? And you are eating this thing on the orc pit. Love this game. Saw your channel on YouTube and had to come to look live. Love your doing it. I can't even read. Sorry, sorry. Reddy is like, hey, I'm following this guy, but this guy cannot even read. Thank you very much, Reddy. Appreciate that. And thanks for putting in the effort, actually following me on Twitch, coming to here to the live stream. Really means a lot. Thank you, thank you. And by the way, Reddy and everybody else, we have 3 minutes delay in the stream, just because it's a cash prize tournament, to make sure that there is no stream sniping action is going on, you know? The slaughterhouse is going to be taking down Troll Cage. The troll is halfway up. Mordor is going for a counter attack, but the Troll Cage is tanky. You cannot destroy it quickly with like 2 Goblin warriors when there is defense. And trolls are hard to deal with, even though they changed this a little bit, you know what I'm saying? The Goblin archers now with the poison arrows are dealing more damage to the mountain trolls, but keep in mind, if you cannot kill a mountain troll in a few seconds, I mean literally burst them from 100 to 0, you can't kill him afterwards. He will eat and regenerate, eat and regenerate, eat and regenerate every single time. So your goal is always to kill them in a second before they get the chance to move away from you. Or when they have orcs nearby, they can literally eat while they are fighting, you know, that's kind of crazy. And your trolls cannot do the same. Your trolls cannot do the same. Okay. 450 command points available, 500 for goblins and 400 command points for Mordor. But it's okay for Mordor because the second more trolls are gonna be entering the battlefield, it's gonna be harder and harder and harder. And for that reason, I think there is no other way and solution other than going for your own, you know, cave trolls from your future level 2. And that's also one of the weaknesses of the Goblin faction. The transition is more time consuming and also more money consuming, right? Because it's easier for Mordor to build the troll cage and right off the bat recruit trolls, while you cannot do the same. You can't. You need to build fissure and get it all the way to level 2, which doesn't cost you a lot of money, but it costs you time, and time is even in many situations more important and more valuable than money. And you will lose your momentum. That's all your bets. You gotta win early game as goblins if you want to be able to win in long term. So you have seen what happens if the game lasts more than 10 minutes against Mordor every single time. The only time I've seen goblins winning against Mordor is if they could get a lead in the very first few minutes and then keep snowballing with a huge advantage in the command points department, power points department. That's the only way, because we have even seen what happens if goblins get the chance to finally recruit Drogoth, the Dragon Lord. The mouth of Sauron was legit one-shotting him with the evil eye, you know? Which seems to be, Drogoth seems to be the only, you know, late game power spike. And do you see? That's what I'm talking about. You damage him, you damage him, you damage him, but then he can just eat an orc and he's good to go, you know? And you need to burst him, but it's easier said than done. You need multiple archers to kill him. But if he punches you, he will one-shot you, you know? That's the problem. That's the big problem, boys. Now just go back and eat again. Go back and eat again. Look, look, look. Look, guys, please, 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 please. Eat. Oh, he doesn't need to eat. He can just run away, can he? Can't he? Then LotR, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. You're gonna enjoy your stay. Look at the minimap, boys. Mordor is literally everywhere. 600 command points for goblins, but Mordor is also 600 command points available. So you can see Mordor is splitting out in the middle, around the top side. There is a tunnel which can be definitely taken on very, you know, there is even a lumber mill. Oh, there was a builder. Dude, the builder from goblins looks like a lumber mill worker to me. You know, he's looking like a lumber mill worker. Ziriel, welcome. RD Kanki, welcome. Talos, my man, welcome. Warchain is gonna be used now from the goblin player defensively. Oh, looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. Oh, the perma pressure, dude, the permanent pressure. 3 orc pits to rule them all. And he cannot keep up with the spam. Orcs are cheaper than goblins. And boom, back to full HP. You know what's up. That's so... frustrating. Like, this fact is, I think, one of the reasons why this matchup is so difficult for Goblins, in my opinion, you know, from what I've seen. Like, the fact that he can do that during the fight multiple times means you need like 5 of these archers to kill him in a second. Otherwise, you cannot really kill them. And when you can't kill them, you cannot leave your base. There's like a demonstration of how strong the cave trolls, the mountain trolls are against the Goblin faction. And, you know, these are not even attack trolls, you know. Basically, you can even steal the enemy cave trolls if you want to. I think it was like in one of the patches, one of the versions, those attack trolls could even steal your half trolls. Like, literally, they could steal your half troll swordmen, your full battalion. They changed this. It's not possible anymore, but I think it was like in the version 8.0, maybe a little bit earlier in the version 7 something, they could legit steal your cave troll, half troll swordman. Can you imagine that? You recruit them, 3 of them, you steal the entire army from your opponent. Oh my goodness, the pressure is real, boys. The pressure is real. Goblins can do anything. It feels like a Black Gate mission when you play Battle for Middle-earth, the good campaign, and you are in the Black Gate. You are just waiting for the next wave, waiting for the next wave, waiting for the next wave. That's how this matchup feels like. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. The pressure, Mordor has now 10 power points, can even get stronger by picking the industry power point from the spellbook, use it right off the bat on the slaughterhouse here or here, and gets grow rich, even though it got nerfed, but it's still very, very good. He doesn't even need that at this point, really, you know, to be honest with you guys. The game-breaking point is going to be a Fell Beast or a Witch King. Maybe you can kill the Troll Cage. I don't think it's gonna happen, because he will get yet another Mountain Troll. The Spider Pit is level 2. He was able to defend himself, but the question is, for how long? That's the golden question. Small counterattack is happening. This one is going to be defended for sure. Or... oh, Goblin is screaming, boys. This one is going to be taken down. This one is going to be also taken down. That's good. 2 slaughterhouses down, but Mordor is still up to 750 command points. Doesn't really matter. Industry has been used on this one. You can see it glowing. Mordor has still lots of map control. More than he needs to get a Fell Beast. You know, very, very soon. There is another cave troll, a mountain. I keep calling them cave trolls, but they are mountain trolls. And there's a difference, by the way. There's a huge difference. This, in my opinion, is like in 99 out of 100 situations, this one is much, much better than throwing a goblin. Like maybe 100 out of 100 situations. There might be like some random situations in which the goblin throw might be effective. But you can still throw rocks, you know what I'm saying? 4 power points collected. The builder has been taken down. The troll is gonna get in safety, or just turn and eat. He's gonna turn and fight them, punch them in the face. Like, look, he had like 4 battalions of them, and they couldn't kill him fast enough. He could, if he micro well, he can eat one of them, and then he would have won this fight. 4 power points collected, almost 2,500 in the bank for Mordor. And oh, there comes the Spider Ally special summon offensively. If he can take down this one, that would be actually huge. I hope he can take it down, really. Because he needs some shenanigans now in order to turn this game around. That's very important. He needs some shenanigans. Oh, but why is building slaughterhouses next to each other? That's very confusing. I think just to increase his command points, maybe. That's why he has like 775. He has 3,000 now plus. He has enough money for the Fell Beast. Commitment even against the fortress. Spider Riders are coming for the trample. They will be trampling a lot of orcs, but they are getting slowed a lot when they are doing that. One more trample. He needs more Spider Riders, but they're also expensive. They cost 600 each, you know? Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. 675. 525. And he's not even able to reach to this slaughterhouse. The trolls are even defending against those Spider Allies special summon from the Goblin player, Ghostboy. Ghostboy is having a really rough time. Really, really rough time, boys. Yeah. I mean, after the Spider Allies, which is 10 power points summon, Mordor is still at 725 command points, and Goblins are at 575. And the thing is, the second the Mordor player gets the worm, look at this layout. You see this layout, you can summon the worm here, take down the only level 2 Yeah, he has only one level 2 tunnel. You can easily take this down. You can reposition, kill all these goblin caves at the same time. And there is a fell beast, boys. There is a fell beast. You know, that's gonna make it even harder now. Good luck dealing with a fell beast on a map like this. You really can't. Well, what can you do against fell beasts here? Yeah, he can just kill everything, you know? Oh, nice one. 7 power points in the bank. Trolls everywhere. And Ghostboy never went for the transition into the cave trolls himself. I mean, he could still do that, but I don't think it's gonna be a good idea now, because the cave trolls are gonna be eaten alive by the fell beasts every single time he sees them. So he's trying to pressure with the goblins, and this pressuring is going to be less and less effective the longer the game goes on. So with a fell beast, he can easily defend this. He can now use the fell beast to kill all these unguarded, unprotected tunnels all around the map, cutting the network connection down. Basically, there is not a single tunnel left anymore on the top side of the map. You can see the only tunnel he has offensively is this one. That's all about it. There is not a single tunnel, as you can see and tell, right? He has every single one of them being built defensively. Not even in the middle he has any tunnels. And Mordor player has buffed this under his control. Look how much vision control he has. Do you see this? This is the vision control from Mordor. So he sees literally 80% of the map. He knows what is going on. He was able to see this tunnel too. Like, knowledge, you know? Vision control is very important. The fortress is even low. Mordor is gonna get even stronger for a second. Eventually goes for the second fell beast very, very soon. He might try to commit against the fortress and take it down. With one troll, it's gonna be almost impossible to accomplish that, but there is a squad of orc armies coming. I will be used to buff them, and Ghostboy is gonna call it. That's it. This, I mean, very unlucky situation. The Ghostboy was dodging as Mordor against elves, and then right after that one, he gets a worse matchup as Mordor against Goblin. We have the blue Engmar player Maru at the bottom right against the red Man of the West player Ghostboy at the top left side. It was not working. I'm not gonna risk it with Ira. We tried it 10 times. You can ask people, you know, every time we went, we had to go back to the desktop, start the game again. It was always buggy and not working. 2 farms into the barracks coming up for men, and 2 mills into the Hall of the Kingsmen coming up for Engmar. So it's a OG opening, 2 resource building into 1 production building. That's something which is never changing, right? It's always solid. There is no risk behind that. You can always get units early on the field, which seems to be extremely good. Skaboos, welcome to the stream, Skaboos. Hope you're gonna enjoy your stay. And guys, unfortunately, we have 3 minutes delay in the stream. Letting you know once again, just in case you just tuned into the stream for the first time today, just to, you know, avoid discussions and flames later on about stream sniping. Trollmaster, and archer range coming up for Ghostboy. So archers for defense and soldiers and pikemen for the offense. The builder is going to be used as a scouting unit to see what is going on, and you know, that's a very risky move, guys. The thing is, there is a chance in a world in which the man player would have opened with a stable, and when he would recruit a Gondor Knight, this builder would be a gunner, you know, he would be dead. So it's a very risky move, but he's not gonna get punished for it. Pikemen are gonna be used for creeping, and the second Hall of the Kingsmen is coming up for Maru at the same time. Alaikum salam. Trollmaster, and we will have Gundabad orcs. So he was scouting. That means if he would have seen a stable, he would have turned them into the pikemen. That's the beautiful part about the Trollmaster units. They can turn into anything you want them to turn into. So you want to have pikemen? No problem. You want to have extrovers? No problem. You want to have swordmen? Also no problem. And when you have the wolf, then you can even turn them into the wolf riders. The builder. The creep is going to be uncontested, obviously. That's good. And if Ghostboy doesn't lose... Oh, what is this? Oh, he's going to try to save the builder. That's what it is. But it's okay. He's buying time here, right? He's buying time. Oh, the builder has been taken on anyway. So he will lose the money for the mill and the money for the builder. That's like a worst case scenario for Maru. But Engmar is so strong that you can make mistakes like this and still get away, you know? Double Trollmaster is coming. They will be transferred now. You gotta be careful though to not lose them. They are tanky. They don't die very fast to the archer battalion. They need to be shot multiple times, as you can see. And when they transfer, they actually will be full HP. Watch this. The Trollmaster with low HP transfers into a Trollmaster battalion with full HP. This farm is going to be taken down, right?
We ain't had nothing but maggoty bread for 3 stinking days.
Why can't we have some wings?
Yeah, I know, Smokey, I know. But I just like, I don't know how many times I need to say. Please make sure that your maps are working, but if they don't get their maps to work, what am I supposed to do? Like 80% of the maps in the map pool for the spring tournament are new maps. So you gotta make them to work. Zlatan8888, thanks for the follow, Zlatan, appreciate it. Thank you. 3 power points collected for Ghostboy, 400 command points against 350, and 2 power points collected for Maru. You know, Ghostboy was creeping and he was losing 1 farm, but it's even. If you creep, you can get money, obviously, and the money can be invested into replacing the farm. The thing is, I believe men needs cavalry, right? You need cavalry against a spammy faction with double hull of the Kingsman. That's gonna force Maru to turn many of these Trollmaster units into the pikemen just to counter your cavalry. But if you don't, he will be out spamming you every single time. And you don't want to get really into a late game fight against Engmar, because Engmar's late game with the Rangers, Dark Rangers, and the Felwind is just too insane, you know? But spam. Farm is gonna be found and taken down. So far, the only mill Engmar lost was the offensive mill he was building to save the builder, and he lost 1 builder. But still, after a rough start and opening into the game, he's still doing a good job. Okay. Dude, I'm not gonna prove myself to you. I mean, I tried it 10 times. You know, what's wrong with you? I'm saying it's not working for me in this case. You know, we tried it 10 times in the previous matches of the spring tournament. It was not working. And every time someone like you said, it's working, try it, Shanks, trust me, it's working. And it was not working again. So we had to always go back to Game Ranger because it was not working. The creep is gonna be secured, you know, just trust me, dude. We tried it, as Smokey, as people who are watching these games, you know, how many times we tried. This army is now moving on. The mill is gonna be taken down. Maybe they have like a different version of the game. Maybe that's part of the map, you know. Maybe they have like multiple times the same map, because the maps are not set in stone. They are being changed. Like a map has like 5 different changes, and then you have like 5 times the same map with the same name, and maybe the game doesn't recognize it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's the problem. I'm assuming that Maru already has for a while, but maybe he has like an outdated version, or we have the outdated version. I don't know. It's a huge push incoming, by the way, guys. Okay, the mill will also be taken down. Oh, but this army though, that's why you need cavalry. That's why you need it early on. You know, I don't like the Gondor archers that much. They are not very strong. They cost 250 each too. They are not cheap either. And I believe that's one of the weaknesses. You know, look at the situation. Man needs 3 production buildings to do that, what Engmar can do with 2 buildings and almost 1 building. So Engmar can use this building throughout the entire game without having to build anything else. Here you can build pikemen, swordmen, X-rovers, very strong swordmen, strong elite archers. You can buy banner, all of that from 1 single building, while for that, the man player will need 4 buildings. You need this, and the blacksmith to buy banners. The archer range is going to be taken down. Double Odonat, welcome to the stream, my friend. Nico, welcome. Thanks for tuning in, Nico. Appreciate it. Glad to see you in the chat for the first time. Your first message. Thank you very much. Oh, the mill is going to be found and taken down. We have 450 command points for men and 325 only for Engmar. Engmar has now the Orc Summon available, and there is no Gondor Knight yet. Imagine a single Gondor Knight here, how devastating this would be. You trample them down, and that would be so easy to be defended. But he went for the rebuild to save the archer range. That's what it is. He needs a cavalry, dude. He needs a cav. He needs a cav. But he has the stable, yet he didn't recruit any single Gondor Knight yet. Luckily for Ghostboy, he's expanding offensively. There are 3 farms, as you can see, which are untouched. But the archer range is going down. Rebuild is on cooldown. The rebuild is like a very defensive ability, right? From your power point. It's gonna slow you down in long terms. It's gonna slow down your 10, your lone tower special summon, for example, and your 15 later on. So the longer the game goes on, the more punish you will be getting for picking up a defensive tool like the rebuild from your spellbook. Remis, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Thank you, Remis. 500 command points in the bank for men and 325 for Engmar. Engmar has like a rough time getting higher command points, but those mills, like this mill here, is gonna be level 3 very soon. That's gonna be good because he needs to make a choice. Do I now build a mill or do I recruit more units? He can't do both of them at the same time. When your eco is low, you have limitations, right? You cannot do multiple things at the same time. That's why everything is related to your eco. That's very important. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 farms, and he's building an offensive barracks at the bottom left corner, close to the river. And the stable is like a decoration, I believe. It's like just build to scare the opponents off, like a decoration building. It's not meant to be used as a production building to produce units. They are both level 1. No wolf then all game long for Engmar either. So no wolf riders, no wolf packs anytime soon. He is sticking up to the tier 1 units from the Engmar faction. Only tier 1. Only tier 1. Rallying is available, so he might go for a big push. Enforce, and empower this army with additional swordmen. And the thing is that because the Engmar has no wolf riders, the swordmen, they have like literally no real big counters, right? They can do whatever they want. There is the counter attack with 2 pikemen and lots of extrovers. So he has 1 Gondor Knight, but they can't really approach this army at this point. So he needs to get some units to take down the enemy pikemen in front. Builder, that's the second builder Maru is losing, by the way, this game. That's very bad. He needs to definitely replace the builders in long terms. Let's see if a builder still. But he has 1 only. So he lost 2 builders. He already made 1, which cost him obviously 400. And why is this like that, by the way? Why this builder costs 500 and this builder costs only 400? Is there a reason for that? I don't know. The mill is gonna be taken down. But this is gonna be... Oh, dude! Hey, go back now with the Gondor Knights! That's your time to shine! The builders are going actually to war this game. Now go for the punishment. There is 0 rebuild is also on cooldown. The stable is gonna be taken down, but yeah, we can punish them. Trample them now. Maru was not in position. Oh, the Felwind! You shall not pass, Gondor Knights. And look at this extrovers, so the Felwind is coming in clash like always, and the extrovers are taking care of the full battalion. Extrovert damage, dude. 3 battalions to rule them all. 10 power points collected now for the man. He might go for the lone tower and need to use it eventually defensively. Like, he's losing quite a lot. The Gondor Knight is down and the stable is down. That means no more Gondor Knights anytime soon for the Man of the West player. 3 tag, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Hope you're gonna enjoy your stay. 12 power points collected, and Engmar has 5 or 6 power points collected after the Orc summon. 9 more to go for the Giant special summon. Giants can be game ending, and there comes the Tom Bombadillo special summon for one of the least effective. Tom Bombadil here was a big mistake. There is literally no reason for you to use Tom Bombadil to just kill like 2 units. If there would be a huge army of Engmar, I can see it is reliable, but I think it's like a waste of 10 power points. But could be a better choice is a lone tower summon. You can summon the lone tower here, because look what happened to the man. The only reason why he has so many command points still is because of these offensive farms. But the thing is that those offensive farms have legit little to 0 protection. They will be eventually taken down in long terms. And he lost every single farm around the fortress. Soon, the Engmar player has to start to ask himself, okay, what is actually going on? How can this man still be so rich? And then he needs to send a couple of units and clear all these farms in long terms. All of them. Because look at this. Like, they are all about to hit level 2. Level 2 means more money and more command points. The level 3 mill, he might need to save it with the Snowbind. Snowbind is available. Snowbind, unlike rebuild, you don't want to use it too late. You know, it doesn't heal your building. It makes it untargetable. And nothing can damage this at this point. That's why you don't want to wait until the last second. Rebuild, you can wait, you know, until it's very low, then you can heal it. But here, with this one, you want to use it early. Now it's already badly damaged though. It's below 50% HP and Engmar is dropping down to 450. Engmar has also started building some offensive mills. 1, 2, 3, 4 mills in total. The soldiers are punishing him. Ghostboy actually was having like a rough start into the series, but now he's shining bright like a diamond. He's playing a very, very good game. Expanding offensively is the only thing that was keeping him alive. And that's the weakness of Maru. Maru was using the same pathway. He was, moving through the middle, or sometimes from the top side. But I've never seen him using the bottom pathway. He was ignoring this completely. Like this part for Maru was not existing. He was not taking care of this part, like a big piece of the map, which was completely ignored by Maru. The Orc Summon will be used defensively for the second time of the game. The Felwin is almost back up. Soldiers, they are trying to fight this, but what they should be trying to do instead is taking down the mill level 3, which I believe is still possible. They can turn and take down this one, because you cannot win this fight. And fighting against summoned units in this game is pointless, because killing summoned units doesn't give you any power points and any experience points, So there is no reason to fight them if you can avoid it. The Wolf then is coming up finally for Maru. That's gonna be the final transition into the Wolf Riders early on. And he lost also one of the Hall of the Kingsmen, so he needs to replace that ASAP. And dude, Ghostboy is growing rich, guys. Hey, BL, welcome. All good, my friend. What about you?
I come to command.
A banner? Oh, here's the banner. Oh, thank you very much. That's why the build is cheaper. Maybe he's like, okay, I'm losing too many builders. Let me actually buy the banners so I can revive them a bit cheaper. The Wolf then is gonna be taken down after it's built up. And before Engmar could get any Wolf Riders recruited. He has one. I take it back. He has only one battalion. That's it. That is the counterattack from the summoned orcs. They will be able to take down one of the farms. Archer range is level 1. Barracks is level 1. Stable is level 1. But Maru still doesn't care about this area. I cannot believe it. That is why. Why not? Like, you need to understand that there is something going on at the bottom left side. You need to know that. You need to have like a feeling for that. That's the reason why man is not out of the game yet. The mill level 1 is going to be taken down. The Wolf Riders cannot do that stuff in time. And Engmar is dropping down to 350. So he has this mill, which gives him 100 all alone. So basically this one, if he loses that, he will be dropping down to 250 command points only. But he's only 5 power points away from the Giant Summon. And Giant Summon, we have seen this many times, can be game changing and game winning. So you summon the Giants here and take down the fortress in a few seconds. And man doesn't seem to have enough protection for that, He's up to 14 power points. So 15, I believe, is gonna lead you to the Rohirrim special summon, right? If I'm not mistaken, you can summon the Rohirrim, or can you summon only the Rangers? I'm not sure. But you need Rohirrim. Rangers are useless. Rangers are one of the worst 15 power points in the entire game. So besides the, in compared to the Man of Steel summon from the Dwarven faction, Rangers from man, they blow. They are not in a good way, by the way. They blow badly, because they don't even have fire arrows. Man of Steel can be used to kill enemy army and also the enemy structures with the fire arrow increasement of the damage, because without fire, the Rangers or any archer battalion really doesn't hurt any building. 15 power points, 700 command points, and dude, level 2 by the way, guys, he's getting alone from this area 100, 225, 275, 325, 375 command points. Alone from this area, he's getting around about 50% of his command points. 15 power points collected now. 12 power points for Engmar. 3 power points away. The mill is going to be taken down. There is permanent pressure. There is even a barracks. Man is spamming from the bottom side. Yeah, I think that's going to be the first victory for Maru. And not for Maru, sorry, for Ghostboy. I'm confused. Okay, 14 power points. What is the plan from Ghostboy? Yes, Tom Bombadil summon available once again. Stable level 1. I need both the players, by the way, guys. Both the players throughout the entire game never went for the transition into something stronger. Only tier 1 units since the beginning of the game. There comes the Tom Bombadillo, and I don't want to miss the Sonic song. And that's what happens. Oh, not the best Zapplas or Sonic song in the game. The mid level 3 is going to be taken down this time, but Snowpoint is saying, no, you ain't touching my level 3 mill anymore. Tom Bombadil is so tanky that every time we see him being special summoned, people, they tend to disengage. One of the reasons is also if you even take him down, you get nothing from it, right? You look, you see, you kill him now with all the buildings shooting at him, and you gain nothing out of that, you know? The mill is gonna be taken down. So the question is the 15 power point. How impactful is this gonna be? Man has rebuilt. It means he can use it to heal up the fortress. The fortress should be able to survive a long time against the giants. Maybe the giants should be used to kill the production buildings, but I think killing the production buildings wouldn't change the outcome of this game that much, because man has just too much money at this point. Dude, imagine 1 or 2 Wolf Riders coming to this area. Imagine the amount of damage Maru could have dealt to Ghostboy. Imagine that for a single second.
As many men as can be found.
Artwin, glad to see you in the chat. Thanks for tuning in. The mill is gonna be taken down. Oh, the banner respawning and crashing the mill in the last possible second. Oh, there comes the first hero, and it's the King of Rohan boys, Theoden King. Stand alone, not alone. Gone the Knights. The HD edition though, look at this. Look how realistic he's looking like. Do you see this, boys? Crazy. Looks like I'm looking in the film. I'm watching the films now. Oh, he's like, let me walk actually. Oh my goodness, the design. 20 power point collected. We have also Faramir, the captain who is always here to show his quality, and Engmar. The final hero party has begun. Engmar, Theoden, and Faramir. So the 2 Rohan heroes and 1 Gondor hero. The cheap heroes from the Men of the West faction. The affordable heroes, 900 command points though. There comes the Orc summon for the third time. And Giant summon will be also available. But hey, Rangers will be now summoned. I mean, Rangers should be easily able to kill those Orcs, right? I mean, the Orcs, they are 10 power points. You can use multiple long shots. Pew, 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 pew. Long shots are incoming. The thing about long shots is, yeah, it's much more effective if you can actually stun them with Horn of Gondor. And for me, this is not as good as having fire arrows, you know? Oh. Now you gotta wait with the Giant summon. Giants, unlike Ants, are actually very vulnerable against arrows. So you don't want to summon Giants when there are like 4 battalions of Rangers on the field. But Engmar is recovering somehow. I mean, there is still more than 100% command points differential, but if he can take down every single level 2 farm here, and he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 level 2 farms here. If he can take them all down, the command points gap is not gonna exist anymore. 7 power points collected, 3 power points after the Giants. He's holding it, which is smart. Just wait patiently until you get like an opportunity in which you can use them to punish your opponent, to take stuff down which will hurt them in long terms. The Rangers are gonna be gone very soon. They have not much time left, like 20 seconds, and then they will be disappearing without being successful enough. Like, you killed the Orc summon, but I think you don't need to waste 15 power points to do that. Your Golden Knights could have done the same thing. The farm here, I mean, now Maru knows, okay, now at least he knows now what's up. He knows, okay, damn, I made a mistake. I didn't check this area. He has like 2 level 2 farms I just found. Maybe he has even way more than that. I think Maru knows now, and knowledge is already the first step into the victory. I cannot believe that this level 3 mill is still remaining on the field, by the way. Every time man was trying to take it down, Snowbind was available, and it's gonna also be the case for the next time. Now we have the captain of Gondor, Boromir. Remember, Engmar has only 1 fear resistant, and that's Karsh level, I don't know, like level 3 or something like this. Oh, we have now the Ivory Tower. So with this, he will be able to see the entire map. And boom, that's the vision control of the Man of the West player, boys. He knows and sees everything. Everything. Which makes this ability from the Tower of Man to the worst ability in the game. Like, you cannot tell me that seeing enemy units is as impactful as, you know, throwing a big giant fireball on their face, or an ice ball from Engmar, you know what I'm saying, or having like a fire drake spawning, or eagle spawning, you know what I'm saying, like, or the lightning strike from Isengard Fortress. So from all the 7 factions, this has to be the least effective in terms of combat strength, you know. That doesn't really do much for you. Faramir is running for his life, level 4, and Theoden King is moving from the bottom side. Stand up and fight for Gondor. Engmar is level 2 almost. I mean, there are just too many heroes, especially Boromir. And I personally don't understand why people don't like to recruit Boromir anymore in 2022. I think he's very strong. Like, there is no reason why you should not recruit him, especially in this matchup against Engmar. Because Karsh is still a very situational hero we don't get the chance to see very often. And I think the Horn of Gondor from Boromir can decide many fights for you, you know? You have Black Numenorians now, but still no Rangers. It's only level 2. And more of them are being recruited. Black Numenorians are crushing though. This Rohan Spearman, they don't stand a chance. But can the soldiers fight against them with the leadership of Theoden? That's the big question. The Wolf Riders are coming for a trample. Nice. Theoden has to be eventually mounting and get away. There is a Ranger Battalion, 11 power points. He's gonna get actually heal now to heal his king around this side. Oh, the Giants. Oh, I missed it. But the fortress is tanky now. It has upgrades on it. You see? The Giants, when you have upgrade on the fortress, they don't hurt this anymore. The Tom Bombadil will be summoned. The pikemen are getting inside the genes, and that's why you should not try to take this one down. When you see the fortress upgrade, especially with the Men of the West faction dwarves they have rebuilt, it's just too risky to try to take it down, because there is no counter commitment, or there is no commitment after the giants are gone. You know what I'm saying? Stomp, boom, but he can't even use it. Tom Bombadil is punching him in the legs, and the fortress is still safe, and it was not even close because he can easily heal his almost back to full HP. The White Summon will be used defensively to save this level 3 mil. And Men has 10 power points and Engmar has 2. I mean, to be honest, Maru, impressive, even though he's down like more than 50% of the command points from his opponent. He's still holding himself in this game. He's still holding himself in this game, which is very impressive. Without Rangers, without any hero, no Voldor, no Karsh, no Morgomir, nothing. No Rogash, you know? Or maybe Ghostboy is just struggling. You know, he's struggling to go for the final move, to go for the finishing move that can end this game. He's struggling. I mean, he can use it again, once again, but, you know, he knows where all this stuff is. The Ivory Tower doesn't really do much at this point. I think he just wanted to do it because he has just too much money. And also no Grand Harvest, you know, when you have this much map control, build the marketplace, get Grand Harvest to get even more money.
We will stand up and fight for Gondor.
I mean, he has quality units now, the Swordmen. They are better than Gondor soldiers, way better. But they are getting outnumbered, right? So they are... And also, Man has leadership, and Engmar doesn't. That's one of the weaknesses of Engmar faction, because the only way you can get leadership with Engmar is actually by picking up the Frozen Land, yeah, from your spellbook for 10 power points. That's the only way. Engmar has no hero that gives you global leadership, so basically leadership to every single unit. So Voldor gives only to certain units, and that's why you need, when you want to get the leadership, when you want to get the double buff, you need to actually get the Frozen Land. That's very important. 1000 command points. Honey Harash, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. The winner at the end of this game will take 1,300. No, $1,300 is the price of the tournament, and the money is gonna be split between the top 10 players. And Maru is gonna call it GG. So basically, the first guy is gonna get the most, right? And then the less until the spot number 10. Okay, boys. Elves against Mordor is the game for the game number 4. The matchup is good. I think for both the factions can really win this one. Mordor is a skilling faction, but the reason why I believe this matchup is actually having like a bad win rate for the Mordor faction is because people, they don't like to build catapults. I think when you build enough catapults as Mordor against elves, elves can legit do little to nothing against that. We have the blue Mordor player, Maru, at the left side, against the red Elven player, Ghostboy, at the right side. So Maru has still one dodge available in this best of 7. Ghostboy doesn't. Ghostboy has to play any matchup he gets, in hopes that he will luckily get some good matchups, because that's a random tournament. You have to pick random, you cannot pick a faction. 2 Malone trees into the barracks is the opening for the Turkish player, and 2 slaughterhouses into the Haradrim Palace. Into the 3rd slaughterhouse is the opening for the Russian player Maru on the other side. PowerPoint wise, we will see War Chant and eventually Rallying Call. I mean, Elven faction has not really good alternatives. Mordor can legit go for the Tainted Land and also for the Eye of Sauron. Both 3 options are good in many situations, but Farsight and also the heal are not very good starting abilities, you know? Malone trees, and we will have a Pikeman opening for Ghostboy. And Haradrim Palace into the Easterlings. So Westfold has a creep in the middle of the map, a troll, a lone troll, a lonely troll in the middle without anything. So there is no inn, there is nothing you can capture. He's just in the middle to block this pathway. We have also plenty of creeps. Normally this map isn't existing in this map pool for this tournament, but as we couldn't get any of these new maps to work with Maru, we have to rig the rules for this series in the losers bracket. Pikeman opening and Pikeman opening. The Easterlings are a bit faster though, and I'm assuming he will be, yeah, uncontested. So Ghostboy is moving on to the bottom right side, to the work layer. This map is also in BFME 1. It's almost the same. I think it has the same size. It looks exactly the same way. There is nothing in this version which is different. I think even the textures are the same. I mean, there is a Goblin layer here in BFME 1, and there is an outpost here in BFME 1. There is a Golem looking for sneaky little hobbitses. I mean, this is already a big map, Artwin. Now, Westfold is one of the bigger maps. Definitely. We have already seen the biggest map, the not Fortsov. The Jungles of Fararat is the biggest map in the map pool. Easy creeping action. Barracks number 2 is coming up. Ghostboy seems to be a player who doesn't like to recruit any cavalry. You know, knowing this fact should give Maru a huge advantage. He has Corsairs. Look at them. Ahoy, pirates! Let's drink some rum. You know? In a bottle full room. Pikemen were creeping this in a second, but also Easterlings were creeping this one. So Easterling Corsair combination. The Corsair though with the fire bombs, when you, for example, you want to take down the Haradrim Palace, right? You commit on this one, and that's a tanky building. You cannot kill it in a second. When you use the Corsairs for defense, oh, look at this combination, dude. Pikeman, Corsair, and the Lancer. This is a quality combination of Mordor army. No orcs included in this one. So you can counter the pikemen with this and buildings. You can counter the cavalry with this. And you can counter the archers and swordmen with this battalion. The buildup is gonna actually not be in focus, you know, because I think he's like, okay, he will be using the wall up anyway to save him. I don't want to waste time here. The Malon tree is burning, and look at this DPS. The Corsairs, you see on the ground, the fire on the ground will deal a lot of damage, but Corsairs are like glass cannons. They die in a second against archers. He damaged the barracks a lot, but I don't think he will be able to finish it anytime soon. The fire doesn't last forever, and you can also use the builder to delete the fire, you know? It's easily possible. Okay, now the pikemen are moving on. Double orc pit, Haradrim pit is level 2. There is Haradrim Lancer still alive. I don't know why he was not focusing down this Malon tree. This Malon tree is going to be focused on, but orcs, they will need a little bit longer time than Corsairs or Easterlings to take it down. Oh, pikemen, they are trying though, they are trying. Nice clumping here from Ghostboy, very nice clumping. You can see the positioning. They are clumped in each other. This way he can make sure that every single one of them is attacking, and for that reason he will be able to finish this off. Clumping is essential in this game, literally. Like, when there is one thing you want to improve first when you play, when you're a beginner in this game or BFME 2, because the battalion size is so big, when you right click only, they won't attack properly, because the pathfinding and also attacking from the units in BFME games is not the smartest, you know. That's why I personally, when I play BFME 1 myself, I like to use the Alt button so I can set waypoints. You know, when I just, for example, I'm just clicking here, they will walk like this or something, you know what I'm saying? They will, like, you know, they will walk in circles because the pathfinding is not the smartest. So use Alt button to move smarter and clump yourself by moving a lot to maximize your DPS. It's very important. Tiu Janair, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Hope you're gonna enjoy your stay. Thank you. Glad to see you. Okay, Slaughterhouse is gonna be cancelled. Mordor is everywhere. He's creeping, pressuring, defending at the same time, playing a very good game. The barracks is still burning somehow, but it doesn't take any damage, right? It's just gonna repair itself automatically very soon. When the building is burning, you don't see units anymore. Normally there's a swordman training alone. Because of pandemic situation, you know, only one guy can train at the same time, so they have less risk of infection. Beautiful trample, nice micro from Maru with the lancers. The slaughterhouse is gonna be taken down, but the archers are cleaned up. That's very good. There is another squad of an army from elves, but elves are playing it way too aggressively without leaving anything behind to defense. And Mordor is able to take down multiple slaughterhouses at the same time. So trading 1-for-1 is not good against Mordor, guys. Why? Because elves have the worst eco in the game. So if you lose a lot of Malone trees, you will struggle way more than Mordor will, because Mordor at some point of the game can easily go for the industry, and he's good to go. George, thanks for the follow, George. Hey George, where's the board? Almost Michael Bandereok. 8 power points collected, 400 command points available for Mordor, and 550 for elves. So that's good for Ghostboy. Ghostboy once again is expanding lots of really offensively. Like, he's hiding all of these Malone trees, which is good. Like, it was working out perfectly for him in the previous game too. It was the reason why he was able to win. Orc pits level 2 now for the black orcs. Once you go black, you never go back. Is the HD version you got early access? No, I'm using the HD edition already for a long time, Alex. It's not finished yet, and they are not planning to publish it. So basically, the person who was making the HD edition for this game is also the same person, or is one of the persons who are making the Age of the Ring mod. And they don't want to share this with anybody else. They want to actually more or less force you to play the Age of the Ring mod if you want to get those beautiful looking graphical settings, animations, textures. And maybe after they, he told me that they would be fine with me sharing it with, everybody else once the Age of the Ring mod is finished. Buildup. Slaughterhouse is going to be taken down. 12 power points in the bank. What is Mordor up to? He's not picking up any power point. I can be actually a huge power spike for the double buff action. So you can pick I, Watch on them at the same time. Then you have 83% more damage and armor. 13 power points. The Malone tree is going to be defended for now. No heroes all game long. I think Haldir is going to be one of the heroes you want to recruit early on to get him to level 5 and then later on to level 8. For a cheap hero, Haldir is skilling insanely hard. Mordor has to get Gothmog to level 5 to get fear resistance. So basically Cloud Break and also Haldir's Golden Arrow can be very effective in this matchup against Mordor. Especially when you, like in a lead game for example, Mordor likes to recruit the Black Riders, and the only way you can stop them successfully is actually by using the Cloud Break. You want to stun them, otherwise they are tanky, they don't die that fast, unless you are in the melee range with pikemen. So when you want to stop and take them down, you need to use stun, like Golden Arrow, Cloud Break and stuff. 425 for Mordor and 675 for elves. Elves are gonna be losing the barracks eventually. This is not Rabble of Mindless Orcs, these are Black Orcs. Their beard is long and their thieves are bright. 10 power points in the bank. He will be going for the industry, I'm assuming, which is going to be quite helpful on the slaughterhouse in the front eventually. I mean, this army is quality army, right? So we have Easterlings, Black Orcs, Haradrims, so they are not very, very bad. The Malone tree has been taken down. The Black Orcs, when they get level 2, the Lorien Warriors are no match. They also got nerfed this patch, by the way. They used to cost only 250, now their price is up to 300. Haldir is the first hero of the game, number 4. And remember, Ghostboy is still behind. So Ghostboy, if he wins that, we will have the first tiebreaker in the best of 7. And he's holding himself quite nicely. But Mordor is gonna get rich very, very soon. Industry unlocked from the spellbook. Big commitment. Haldir might be in trouble. The second he, surrounds Haldir, Haldir is gonna be dead in a second. You don't want to be in the middle of an army. Just put them next to the archers, use bow with aggressive stance, and shoot from a safe distance. This way you can share experience and level up way, way faster. In the second you get level 5. Remember, Mordor has a rough time to nullify your bonuses. So you can only do that with Mouth of Sauron or Witch King. So, and they are both far from getting recruited. Now the slaughterhouse in the front has 0 protection. If Maru loses this one, it's minus 10%, 10 command power points. That's gonna be bad. And I think he will be losing this one. But he has not many Lorien Warriors and Pikemen left anymore. He's gonna commit with Haldir too, throwing the sword, nice surrounding, he's getting behind and also in the front, and the slaughterhouse with the industry buff on it is going to be taken down like 10 seconds later. That's a huge victory here for Ghostboy. Very, very nice done. The Black Orcs were not in position. They are strong, but they are not the tankiest units in the game. And they can deal a lot of damage, but they also die fast against Lorien archers. 4 power points collected, 500 command points available for Mordor, 800 command points available for Ghostboy. That's unbelievable. 300 command points differential. 300. They have also Arwen on the field. Look at this beautiful woman. That's the most beautiful woman of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, guys. I'm telling you. What, guys, question to you in the chat. Arwen or Tauriel? Let's assume you have the chance. You are now in the Middle Earth. You are the only male thing. Only male. You know what I'm saying? And they are both coming to you. You know what I'm saying? They're like, hey, how are you today? Like, you have to choose one, but you can only choose one. Which one would you choose? Tauriel or Arwen? I'm curious. Let me know. I would choose Arwen though. Arwen looks looking, you know, Arwen is like looking pretty strong. I think she can hit like a track too. The slaughterhouse is gonna be taken down. 800 command points versus 550. 7 power points collected. 8 power points collected. And also Tauriel is, you know, seems to be more into dwarves. You know what I'm saying? So she likes small things, but I cannot offer any small things. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. The slaughterhouse is gonna be taken down. There is lots of pressure on Mordor. Yeah, I mean, no heroes. Like maybe Goblin could be nice with the black orcs, you know. Here's now the upgrade on the fortress to make everything cheaper. Builder. Oh, here's I'm blind. Sorry, Goblin is on the field indeed. Tomatoes, boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. It's potatoes, but also works with tomatoes. Boom. This guy is leveling up like crazy, by the way. Freddy Krueger of Middle-earth. He's in your nightmare sometimes, you know, when you sleep. Huge army at the bottom side, moving on. 10 power points, and he's only 4 power points away from the Eagle Special Summon. Eagle Special Summon in 4 power points. And let me tell you that much. There is nothing the Mordor player can do about the Eagles. He has nothing that can shoot. You need Haradrim archers or you need lots of orc archers to deal with the Eagles. So long story short, Eagles can be game winning, but they might not be even necessary. Ghostboy is playing out of his mind. Ghostboy is actually going ham now against Maru. Maru, the player who was having a phenomenal start into the best of 7, seems to struggle now a lot. Like, he has really a rough time in this now. If he loses that, that's gonna also kill his momentum, destroy his momentum, and Ghostboy might go for the hit trick after this one. If he wins that. 900 command points versus 500. That's a huge lead. Mist is gonna be used for the second time to debuff. Warchan is coming in clutch. Mist is nullifying the bonuses from the Eye of Sauron. The Eye of Sauron is basically not active anymore. The Black Orcs are tanky. They are strong. When they get level 2, they will be even stronger with the Bloodthirsty. There is leadership also for the Elven army. So leadership plus buff against debuffed enemy units. That's why it's a very good situation. She has also, you know, he has also Arwen for the sustain. G is gonna be cold. And as the Eagles are coming, the Eagles are coming, as Peregrine Took would like to say. And that's it, boys. We have the red Man of the West player, Ghostboy, at the right side, against the blue Mordor player, Maru, at the left side. So it's a clash between evil and good, just like in the previous game. We have seen the matchup between elves and Mordor. Now it's men against Mordor. Maru could still dodge this if he wants to. He has the dodge available, but he didn't dodge yet. Ghostboy dodged already, so he has to play this matchup. 2 slaughterhouses into the Haradrim Palace opening, just like in the previous game once again. And I will be used this time to scout. So he's able to see the barracks. 2 farms, barracks. I mean, nothing special. Even if you see that, that's not gonna matter too much. It's like a meta build. Even though in the later, you know, in the last weeks, that's what I'm trying to say, you have also seen men trying to go for like offensive barracks, you know? I'm naked, don't spy.
Is this working?
Dude.
Shanks, why are you simping so much? Zexxxxc.
This is working, Shanky. Why are you simping so much? And I'm not simping, you know? Just being honest. Just honest. This is working. Yeah, it's working. It's working, but 3 minutes later, Jakonic. 3 minutes later. Okay, so Easterlings. And once again, he's doing the same thing. Barracks and archer range. Ghostboy is anti-cav. He doesn't like cavalry. Which I believe is like it's like the strongest thing about men. Like the strongest part of the man faction has to be cavalry. You have 3 different cavalry possibilities. You have Gondor Knights, Rohirrim, and Knights of the Lamroth. You have Engmar and Theoden, more or less like a sportive heroes for the cavalry, especially Engmar is only for that designed. So with not playing with cavalry when you play Man of the West, it's like handicapping yourself. You know? That's the problemo. Okay, so creeping. Easy peasy lemon squeezy for both the players. Nothing special. Archer range level 1, barracks level 1. In PowerPoint wise, we have Eye on cooldown and men didn't pick anything yet. But I'm assuming it's going to be rallying call. So let's be real, there are not many different options.
Soldiers at the ready.
Soldiers at the ready. So soldiers, more archers. Mordor is getting away without getting punished though. That's not a good thing for Ghostboy. So if Mordor can do what he's doing, creep for free, get more money, more command points, more power points, then Mordor I think should be coming ahead in long terms against men. Especially against men with Cav, without Cav. Finally caught a stream. Hey man, tell me why. Welcome to the stream, my dude. Thanks for tuning in, appreciate it. Really means all. Archer battalion ready, yeah man. I hear you, brother.
Soldier battalion standing by.
Soldier battalion standing by. Pick rallying call already, dude. Why don't you pick it? Just pick it. You can do it. Just do it. Just do it. Let your dream come true. Go get him, Corsairs. Go get him. Oh, with the swords. Okay. But creeping uncontested. Uncontested. And he's defending this quite easily. Orc archers poke. What the heck? The pikes are dying in a second against Corsairs too. And now once the pikes are gone, hallelujah. Lancers to rule them all. Capture this one in the middle maybe to get more vision. That's like a very strange map. I mean, not a strange map, but it's like a... Oh, the builder? Oh, but Maru is paying attention. Dude, it was so close. It was so close. It was very close. Like, this is a very tiny pathway, which means like a tower here, and like a pikeman in front of the tower, right, in porcupine formation, can block this entire pathway and gives you such a huge control. And also, look at this. Like, this map seems to be big, but at the end of the day, all you gotta do is block this pathway, and then this pathway. Like, there are not multiple pathways for the opponent to enter your side of the map, right? And you can block these important areas with one single tower. Especially with Men of the West faction, should be easily done. And then you can later on put some archers inside of that, which is gonna be hard for Mordor to deal with. Hey Yoda, welcome. Welcome back.
We will stand up and fight for Gondor.
We will stand up and fight for Gondor. Look at this bearded old Rohan spearman. But they are not fighting for Rohan, they are fighting for Gondor. Creeping. Also, Easterlings are creeping a lot. They are level 3, they were able to creep this, and also now trying to creep this one. The money will be secured. Oh, one part for Mordor and one part for men. So there comes the orc spam. Orc archers, 1, 2, 3. 2 orcs, 2 archers. Easterlings and Haradrim Lancers. That's what it is. And Rallying Call is still unused all game long, but he will get the chance to now recruit the Haradrim warriors. The skilled elven warriors with sword and bow. Is available, Vorjan is available. And Rallying Call is available. So double buff for Mordor army, and they are moving together. When you group them, they will also have the movement speed. Movement speed is going to be matched if you group them and walk together, you know? So your cav is gonna move as slow as your infantry. I see you. Big fight. Double buffed army though. Double buffed army, boys. And... nice. Trample. Dude, that was nice. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Very well done. And that might be actually one push to rule them all situation. This might be the one push to rule them all. Double buff is huge. The farm is going down here. Jäger Jaguars, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Let this be the hour when we draw the swords together, my friend. Appreciate the follow. The farm is going down to the Goblin town. But man is moving now from the bottom and from the top. The question is, can he deal and match with the damage he's receiving to the Mordor player? That's the golden question. He has to. Mordor is scaling infinitely. He's creeping first. This one is going to be taking... the DPS is not the greatest. Oh, nice trample, dude. Maru is on point with the trample against archers. Very, very good. Very, very good. Get away! Creeping, he needs that. And the first hero is going to be the King of Rohan, the King Theoden. I, King Theoden, shall rise. Master the Rohirrim. Dude, Mordor is expanding so nicely. 625 command points versus 525. But it's good for Mordor. You know, when you go even with Mordor against any faction, you are leading. Like when you go even below leaving, below even, you are still in a good spot. But if you are ahead, hallelujah, boys, hallelujah. But you gotta make something with the lead, you know what I'm saying? You need to start recruiting maybe some, you know, Haradrim archers, they are very good. Maybe some trolls for hitting and running. They have also the banners, that's why they are glowing, by the way, if you're wondering how they have leadership. Because of the banners on top of the fortress. Black Orcs against one pikeman and one. They should be winning this one easily. Yeah, look at this DPS. Engmar is also on the field. So Ghostboy is holding, and recruiting all the heroes at the same time. You know, he doesn't recruit any hero, and when he recruits them, all of them are coming at the same time. The fire bombs on the ground, damaging is like an arrow volley, you know, when the fire on the ground which stays there for a few seconds, damaging all the enemy units. It's huge. Oh, the Lancers, he's not paying attention. He is not. Oh, hear him. Oh, almost level 3. Level 4, by the way, is a huge power spike too for a man faction. The King's Fever is so nice to level up those rangers later on to level 2 to unlock their long shot. But Mordor is holding not only, but kind of putting pressure on the opposite side of the map. So we have 825 command points into, can you imagine that? 825 with industry on it. Like, this is money, my dude. This is money. Maybe you can recruit Mouth of Sauron here. Could be nice. You know, to debuff the enemy units. Make sure that they are losing leadership from King Theoden. Make them weaker, so you can take them down easier. There comes the Lone Tower. So Ghostboy is playing it way defensively. Way more defensively like in the previous game. And he has to, right? You need to be careful. And Lone Tower with archers inside, not rangers. So you gotta make a transition finally that it comes. That means we will see very, very soon the rangers. And for that reason, it's also very important for Mordor to do the same. You also need to make something stronger. Like swordmen are good enough, but you need something that can shoot from a long distance. And this can and or more, you know, has to be Haradrim archers. Also, drummer trolls are very underrated. You know, drummer troll for the constant leadership. Remember, man has 0 nullifying leadership bonuses, so the leadership you have will be always permanent. Cannot be nullified. 5 power points collected. 925. Dude, this guy is so rich now at this point. He's so rich. Like, he can do whatever he wants. With the industry, he gets 53 from this. He has level 2, level 2, level 2. The problem is he has many slaughterhouses next to each other. That's why he's only getting 53, but it's okay. He's building even more now to get to full command points, full population. Engmar is recovering slowly but surely, and there he's gathering an army now. Warfare of Mordor. Gothmog is going to give leadership to the orcs and black orcs. With War Chant, you can make them stronger. I mean, he has also Eye of Sauron. That means he has leadership anyway. And there comes the big push. There are no rangers yet on the field. He has only 1 spearman and 1 Engmar who's getting dismounted. He has army at the bottom side with, you know, archers and pikemen with Theoden. But I don't think this army is going to be enough. The buildup has been taken down. Engmar is diving in. But what can you do? That's just too much action. Tower is doing a good job shooting all the time, but these are just not rangers. They are only pleb Gondor archers. Their DPS is not the greatest against double buffed army. Engmar is down. Level 2 can use Fury to take down the tower anyway. And I think this might be the GG push, because look what's coming from the top side. Look what's coming in the middle. Like, Mordor is everywhere and snowballing so extremely hard in this game. Oh, look, he's chasing Theoden. Can't touch this. Did it. Oh, King of Rohan is no more. What is he saying, by the way? I've never understood what he's saying. I join my what? Fight on Rohan? I don't understand what he's talking about. Seriously. I join my army. I fight on Rohan. That's what I'm understanding every time. The farm is going to be taken down. 1,000. And the worm is going to be available soon anyway. And this Maru, I mean, he was 2-0 behind. He was leading 2-0. Then Ghostboy was able to make the score even. And now once again, Maru will get a lead. So far, Ghostboy was only defending, coming from behind, but never getting a lead. And it looks like even after the game number 5, it's not going to be changed. The worm is going to be special summoned, boys. Look at this situation now. GG is going to be called as the worm is burning everything. And that's it. We have the blue Elven player Maru at the left side against the red Engmar player Ghostboy at the right side. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the map Medding Stream. It's a map from BFME 2, and it's also the only map Maru somehow has in the map pool. And that's the reason why we are not able to play on any other map. And keep in mind that after the series, which is going to be done very, very soon, we're going to jump right into the match of the week between Sauron against Mr. Smog in the finals of the winner bracket. 2 Malone 3s into the barracks and 2 Mears into the Hall of the Kingsmen. Ancestors. It's like Fofarn, okay? It's like, I don't know. I've never heard somebody saying that, you know what I'm saying? Ancestors. Fighter of Rohan. Pikeman opening. And Trollmaster. This is no rabble of mindless orcs. These are Trollmasters. I think it's a tough matchup for elves in long terms. But to be honest, from all these times we have seen Engmar tonight, I've not seen one single time Engmar actually getting any ranges on the field. Not a single time. Not a single time. That's unbelievable. Gothmog is tomato. Tomatoes. Boil him, mash him, stick him in a stew. Look at this guy is looking serious. He's like, hey, we are not here to linger, you know. We need to talk about business. Look at this. Look at this. Like, he has like a different shape of his face. You see that? Looks like I don't know. Looks like Michael Jackson, guys. Guys, am I right or not? Doesn't he look like a Michael Jackson a little bit? This guy, when you just like the first, oh, he got killed by the dude. I wasn't focused. He's like, you call me Michael Jackson, I will die now in peace against a troll. But he was legit. What the fuck? So fiesta. How did he die to the troll there, dude? This mistakes sometimes, you know. These mistakes are like, no, mistakes are meat. Mistakes were meat. Like, that's not worth it now. You will lose a lot of money. Hey, Opten Humanity, welcome. Want BFME 1? Dude, play it. Creep. So, by the way, Opten Humanity, after this series, my friend, we're gonna jump into the finals of the winner bracket between Sauron and Mr. Smog. Currently, the strongest players in this tournament fighting against each other of the winner bracket. So it's gonna happen in the best of 9. That's the first finals. Remember, in a double elimination tournament, there are 3 finals: finals winner bracket, finals loser bracket, and grand finals. And this is a very important game. I've been looking to, you know, see these games and cast these games all week long. I'm very excited about this one. The best of 9, the clash of the titans, and also, you know, there is like a lot of fiesta going on between Sauron and Smoky. They will play for their lives, trust me. They won't risk to lose a single game. They will play for their lives. That's what it is. We have 3 minutes delay for that reason, just to make sure that there is no stream sniping action is going on and everything is going to be fair. So may the best of player win. By the way, that was so unfortunate. Losing this there was so unfortunate. We have 450 command points for elves and 500 command points for Engmar. So Engmar is kind of doing good, but again, at some point of the game you need to find a transition. If you spam only infantry units level 1 from the Trollmaster, the tier 1 units, I think you will get outscaled. And you will be outdamaged also by Lothian archers, because you need archers to deal with that. And what you need is so easy to accomplish. All you gotta do is get this thing to level 3, recruit 2 of them, buy banner on them, and use long shot with Fairwind. And all this army is literally getting one-shotted. There is nothing he can do about that. The mill has 0 protection on it. The mill is going to be taken down first. The Malone tree is going to be also taken down in the meantime. Elves have like units at the bottom side coming from the inn. The peasants. Also this mill is going to be taken down. The wolf riders are coming now, but they cannot... Oh, the builder. Oh, hello darkness, my old friend. Dude, the builders are getting bullied this game. The one builder is getting killed, the other one is dying to the troll layer. What is going on? What is going on? Nice micro from Ghostboy, nice micro.
Don't draw attention.
Just wondering how it's gonna be decided who's gonna be 8, 9, 10, and 11. 11 is, you know, I don't know. To be honest, I never thought about that. But we can make matches between them. You know what I'm saying? It's not a big deal. We can make like matches. You know, 2 of them, we make like a drawing, and then they fight against each other. And the winners of each game is gonna be number 9 and number 10, because the money is gonna be the same. For number 9 and number 10, they get the same money. So it's not a advantage, you know? Okay, so that's a strong Elven army, by the way, from Maru, guys. It's a very strong Elven army, and look at the command points from Ghostboy. He's dropping down to less than 200, and elves have up to 515 units under his control. So that's a huge army, and I don't think Engmar can deal with that anytime soon. This army is made to melt your army. The wolf packs are nerfed to the ground, so they are not tanky anymore. The only thing they can literally fight against are pikemen. They will die to anything else. They have no chance. How does someone get in this tournament? Every tournament is being hosted in Discord, but hopefully, I mean, fingers crossed, hopefully we will have a website very soon. You know, and with very soon, I don't talk about like the next 2 weeks. It's gonna still take a couple of months, but in long terms, there is a website in planning. So it's gonna be a modern website for all Battle for Middle-earth games, which we will be also using to host tournaments, upload replays, sign up, sign off, everything. He's saying GG, good luck in further games, and that's gonna be it, boys. Maru is the winner of this series